Hey everyone, now that DragonCon is over and I've had my day to recover, it is time to jump right back into making Nerf videos. And I thought, what better way to start than with a review, specifically a review on the new BoomCo Burstwave, a 3-cylinder, 4-dart per cylinder, air-powered shotgun. I've heard good things about this, but I wanted to do a review for myself. So let's open up the box and see what all we get on the inside. On the inside of the box, you'll find the Burstwave itself, an extra cylinder that you have to snap into place on the Burstwave, 12 darts, and underneath the back flap you'll find the instructions and one of those BoomCo stickers. The first thing you need to do with your Burstwave is actually attach the cylinder, and it's quite easy. On one of the sides you will see these two little sliding points, and you just line it up and click it into place and you are done. So a little bit of assembly, but it's really easy that a kid could do it. So the Burstwave, like I said, is a 3-cylinder, 4-dart per cylinder air shotgun. You have your pump at the front and it can swivel around, so if you find it comfortable in one direction other than the other, you have options. Overall, the Burstwave is quite small. It's much smaller than I expected it would be after seeing pictures, and even though it's very small and extremely skinny, it is very comfortable. The grip is super comfy, the trigger pull feels nice and full, and the pump on the front, it's a little bit blocky for my big hands, but you do have options on how you want to hold it. I will say this thing likes to come off every now and then. I don't know if that's like a factory defect, but you might want to put a little bit of hot glue in there. On each side of the Burstwave, you'll find 4 dart holders, so you can fill up 2 of these little shotgun pieces. I would say to have a bag of loose BoomCo darts so you can just keep refilling everything, because I feel only having enough to reload 2 of these is not really enough. So the way you go about your business with using the Burstwave is you just take your darts and you push them into each of the little shotgun pieces. It's a nice tight fit on the darts, so there shouldn't be any worry about your darts falling out when you're running around. You can fling them about like that and they should not even come loose at all. You can put your darts on the side, very easy, nice hold as well. Didn't come off with the shaking I just did. But yeah, very simple to load, very simple to fill up. It takes a little bit of time, much longer than it does take something with a clip to fill up a clip or mag, because I know someone's gonna get mad at me. So once you have all your darts filled in, you just pump it up until you hear the overpressure release valve, and they always make a very unique noise. So let's see how many pumps. 1, 2, 3. 3 pumps and you'll hear it. There you go, 3 or 4 pumps for me. And once you've done that, you manually rotate the cylinder until you hear that click. Let me do it again. So that's not in yet. You have to do a little bit more. There you go, until you hear that kind of crunchy click, and then you're ready to fire. There you go. So let me do that again. I mean, really, you can pump it up as much as you want, but after a certain amount of time, it won't really do anything. So let's fire it again. And one more time. There we go. So that's all 3 fired off. Very simple to use. You just rotate and pump. But the box is claiming 50 feet, so let's take this outside and see if it can actually hit 50 feet, whether that be flat or angled. I'm not going to shoot this through the chronograph because I think little clusters of darts going through it might mess around with it. And if I put 1 dart in each of these, then that just shows what 1 dart does. And of course, if you add more, I'm sure the FPS will go down. But let's take this outside, do some range tests, and I'll do a little bit more of it firing. So let's go do that right now. on the BoomCo Burstwave are about 50 feet. It's about 45 to 53 feet with a huge angle on it. So you're really gonna have to point this thing up in the air if you wanna get that far. Flat, it is getting over 25 feet, so that's pretty nice, especially for something that's shooting 4 darts at once. When I had 2 darts in here, it would either fire like 3 feet or it just would not fire at all, as you can see in the video. So if you're gonna be using this, make sure you fill up all dart spaces or else it's not gonna perform well at all. So this thing will be chewing through darts quite quickly since it's firing off 4 at a time. So what is my final verdict for the BoomCo Burstwave? It is a nice small blaster that is extremely comfortable, that is also very quick to use. You can get this thing off incredibly fast. Like, it is very speedy to use once you have it down. Now, when it comes to the price point at $25, I'm kind of on the fence about whether or not this is worth picking up. However, this is also coming from the same person who thinks a Strife is totally worth $25, but only really thinks they're good if you modify them. So with that same logic, if you're thinking about modifying this, definitely go pick it up. If you're gonna leave it in its stock form, it really depends on the situation you're gonna be using it in. If you just wanna kind of play around with it and use it in its stock form in a Nerf war, really think about whether or not you really need this blaster. However, if you're gonna be playing an HVZ game or a Nerf war where it takes multiple darts to get someone out, definitely look into this, because if you hit someone with 1 dart, you've basically hit them with all of them because the spread isn't so big. So it really depends on the situation on what you're gonna be doing with the Burstwave that I would say to pick it up or not. Overall, I like the Burstwave. I love the features on it and I love how it works, and I might have a mod guide for this in the future. I'm not sure about it yet, but I would love to modify this, so I might be doing that. But there you go. That is my review of the BoomCo Burstwave, the 4 dart firing, 3 cylinder changing air powered shotgun pistol thing from BoomCo. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a great day wherever you are.